What's up, YouTube? It's DV, and today we've got a new update on Roblox Island. It's so cool. So today we got rabbits, we've got like these polishers, and we got these crates and stuff. So I'm going to show you everything in this new update that just came out from the Islands team. Now, the update did come out really late, way later than, we anticipated on Friday. So it's actually like almost 11 p.m. my time during this update. And I think it came out about an hour ago or so. But I've just been kind of categorizing everything and trying to figure out what's, new in this update. So I've got everything for you. So I'm going to show you all of it. But before I do, if you can hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. So check this out. So first up, we got rabbits. So check this out. I've got a white rabbit. I got a couple of them, in fact. And you see it's in a cage. So after you catch them with the net, they will actually go into these little bird cage looking things. They're kind of, it's like so small, that poor little rabbit. But how it works is during the winter and during rainy days, they will spawn on your islands. But there are two different colors currently in the game that have been discovered. And that is white rabbits like these guys and brown rabbits. Now, as with fireflies and as with like the frogs and such, pretty much what we're going to probably hear is that there's a third rabbit that's super rare. So white rabbits versus brown rabbits, there's different rarities for these, but it doesn't look like I can release my rabbit. There is a bug currently with the rabbits, so you can't actually deploy them, unfortunately. So, you're just doing this and nothing happens. I did report that bug, so hopefully they'll fix that so we can actually release our rabbits so they're not stuck in these tiny little cages forever. But this one's like kind of like the middle ground rarity, and then the brown one's a lot cheaper, a little easier to find. And then apparently, I'm assuming there's going to be a rare one as well, because they never really release stuff without there being a rare one. So beyond the rabbits, we do have some really cool stuff. So first up, we do have crates or crop crates. So if you come out here to the hub and talk to Dom, there's a new guy over here. He's kind of tucked away. You see like these big stacks here in the back. He's actually a wholesaler. So what does that mean? Kind of confusing at first, right? You're like, dude, what is this whole wholesaler system? Well, check this out. See all these crops? You don't actually have to wait for Cletus or anyone to arrive to be able to sell your seasonal crops. This is incredibly helpful. And on top of this, you can actually sell it for more than these things are worth. So you sell it 100 at a time, right? So you can see if you sell a crate of melons, which has a crate of 100 melons, you're going to actually make 11,400. So that is a lot more than you currently make if Cletus were to visit you. Plus, you can actually sell it while Cletus is not, while it's not summer, right? You also don't have to wait for fall for, selling pumpkins. And you also don't have to wait until spring for radishes. So that is huge. But the fact that you make more off of these is even better. So let me show you how you can make crates. So if we come back to my island here, I'm going to show you the crate packer. So fair warning, it does take a while to make crates, okay? So we're going to go over to our dark zone, the area that is very, very dark. What we need to get is our crate, little industrial crate thing here. So we're going to get that. It's called a crate packer. And so you're going to want lots of these, okay? So you can actually hook these up directly to your conveyors as well. So that'd be ideal, is just to set up these farms, these auto farms, to a packer. If you didn't see that, let me go show that again real quick. It's kind of important. So remember, go to Dom right here, and in here, just go buy one of these. We'll buy a bunch of these real quick. Buy 5 more. There we go. We got a total of 9 now. So let's go back, and then we can actually set these up in a moment. But first, you don't want to set them up with anything that creates oily crops, because then you got to wash it. All right. So you don't want to do it for anything that creates oily crops. Oily crops currently are going to be your tomatoes, your carrots, your onions. So this one, we'll just go and grab these real quick. Take that out, and we'll place one of these. Same thing for this. And then you're going to want some industrial chests as well, so you can collect these. We'll just put that there for now and put a chest. Get a chest on this one as well. There we go. So you do need to toggle them, of course, so you need to make sure it's on the right one. Select it just like a food processor. So when you go inside here, you want to make sure you select the right crate that you're going to be making. So we're making radishes. This one's going to be making watermelons. This one's doing pumpkins, because for some reason it doesn't know how to detect it automatically. So you just need to make sure you have that correctly selected, okay? This one you're going to leave alone. This one you can do. Make sure you select it again. This is going to be wheat. This one's going to be an oily crop. This is not an oily crop, so we can do this one as well. Okay, so all of the ones that are not going to be oily crops are pretty much connected except for starfruit. So there's that. And that and that. So now we got it, and we just have to make sure it's selected on starfruit. This one needs to be on potatoes. Now for the ones that are oily, so we got, obviously carrots, onions, and tomatoes that become oily. If we were to set those up, we're just going to go and set up manual processors here. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to put in where we're going to drop these. So we'll just put this one right here, and these are going to be exits. These are going to be outputs. Just making sure there's a way for us to deploy these. There we go. And we're going to deploy these real quick, and then let's get our chests on these these. It's kind of ugly, but we'll clean it up later. Okay, so these are going to be for the others. This one's going to be set up for tomatoes. This one will be onions, and this one will be carrots. So how this is going to work, for these, we're going to manually collect from. If you have an auto farm or something, even better. So these three we're going to manually collect from. Now, each of these crates require 100, right? So you can see we're only up to 4 on this one. This one's up to 5. This one over here is up to 5 as well. This one's up to 0 because it's just starting. This one's up to 2, and this one's up to 3. So you can see the progress on all these. And I'm going to actually show you, because we got these manual ones over here, we're going to go and start dumping some of these. This one's going to be tomatoes. So let's dump all of our tomatoes in here. We're going to set our chest to output. So we're going to put all those in there. On this one, we're going to do onions. So we're going to set that to output. Let's put our 13 onions in. This one is set to carrots. So let's get our carrots. We have 61 carrots to put in. And then for these over here, we already have a ton of radishes, right? So we don't actually have to wait. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of lock our animation so we don't idle animate. Because if you idle animate while you're dropping stuff, it's going to just kind of keep moving your stuff all around. So get it to a lock state. You can either sit. So one way is to like put a chair here, like a stool. If you were to drop if you were to put a stool around here like this, you can technically sit down. Or you can actually just lock your animation like this, doing like the climb like that. And then since this is radishes, what we're going to do is we're going to find our radishes. We have 1900 of those. So I'm going to drop a ton in here rapidly. And it's literally just like a food processor. It's going to, even like the still press, it's going to go super fast. I'll show you the progress real quick. So there's 75 currently in here. We're going to bust out a bunch of these real quick. Just spamming the Q key. Now, if you're on mobile or something and you can't really do this for any reason, just put a chair on it, put a chair next to it. So we just got one crate. Now, this is way better. If you were to do something like this is way better than waiting for Cletus, because Cletus is not going to give you as much money as these crates will. We got another crate. Now, you can actually use this technique for food processors as well as steel presses if you want, or copper press, even a bronze refinery. If you didn't already know how to do this with your lock animation, most people just sit. Most people will just set up a chair on a conveyor and just sit there in front of it and just spam drop, like macro drop, and that's fine too. All right, so we got all of those done. So let's gather it up. Oh wow, we got more than I thought. We got almost 20. So I think we should have 20 total of crates, radish crates. So let's see how our other stuff's doing. We got 8 here. Get some more tomatoes. 11 in here. Get our carrots and onions. Check this again. There's 9, 36 in that, 8 in there, and 8 in there. Now we can do the same for these as well. So we might as well, because we have a ton of these. There we go. So let's get our watermelon and let's spam this. All right, see how many watermelon ones we got. We got 8 watermelon ones. Looks like we got 12, and we already did watermelon, so we should be good there. Let's see. Do we have anything? Do we have a lot of anything else? Nope. All right, so we're gonna go head out and we're gonna go sell our stuff to Dom. Let's go out here and see how much money we make. All right, so we don't have any wheat crates yet. We don't have any tomato ones, so we only have the seasonal ones. So if I were to sell all of them, we'd get 74,000 from that, right? It's pretty good. So that's basically 1,200 for 74,000. And then for pumpkins, we're getting almost 100,000. And for watermelon, we're getting almost 100,000. And then radishes, we're getting 150,000 because we had 20. Pretty cool. Definitely worth it. So that's really cool. I'm digging the crate system. Plus, we can sell any season now, which is really huge. So next up, they actually added this thing, which is a polisher. So check out these polishing stations. So they added an industrial one and a regular one. Check this out. So to make one of these, like the regular one's not too bad. The regular one only requires wood, iron, and stone, right? But check this one out. It requires a gearbox. It requires a bunch of steel rods, and then it requires a bunch of steel bolts. So the industrial polishing station is going for about 450,000 currently. I don't know if that's a good price yet. I think it's okay. I mean, it's fair to me because I don't want to have to go find these objects. But let's go and set them up here. So we got this guy right here, and then we also have the regular station, which isn't going to be industrial. You can't hook up anything to it. You know, it's pretty much you walk up to it and use it. So while you could just use a bunch of polishing stations, I would actually recommend the industrial because check this out. Look how long it takes. So you can only do one at a time, and you're not going to sit here all day. You're not going to do it. Trust me, you're not going to do it. So with this one, you can actually set up a chest like this, and especially if you're going to polish the brick version, because there's all kinds of stuff here. You see these? You can actually make polished aquamarine blocks. You can make polished sandstone. You can make polished red sandstone, and you can also make the variants, right, of the stairs and slabs for all of these. And then on top of that, you can also do a stone cutter version. So if we got a stone cutter out, let's grab a stone cutter. So if we grabbed, you know, like one of these and made a brick version of the sandstone, then you can also polish those as well. So currently the only ones you can polish are these three. You can only do aquamarine, sandstone, and red sandstone, and obviously the brick variants of this. Just a note so you don't actually make the mistake. You have to actually feed the polished version into the stone cutter in order to be able to get that. So in particular, if you can see I've got a smooth version versus these. So you have to actually feed smooth into here to make the smooth brick variant. Hopefully that makes sense. So just to be clear, you cannot actually polish bricks directly. So you can only polish these. So if you want to be able to make like smooth red sandstone bricks or smooth sandstone bricks or smooth aquamarine block bricks, then you have to actually smooth them first. So I'm actually going to feed a bunch of these in here. So pretty much all of our aquamarine, we're gonna put those in. We're gonna put in our sandstone, and then we'll put in some of these as well. Then we're gonna go out with it, and it does require some fuel, so we need to fuel this. And then afterwards, you're gonna see these all smoothed out. Now, in order to be able to make a brick version of that, you have to, you know, go into your stone cutter and then feed that into your stone cutter, and out will come a smooth brick version. Hopefully that makes sense. So you can see we got smooth right here, just a way faster way of doing it. And you can see right here, we got smooth aquamarine brick now. Now I'm gonna show you the difference between smooth and not smooth. So I'm just gonna put it right here so you can see it. So this is smooth and this is regular. See how detailed this one is compared to this one? This one's smooth. This one's regular. It's more noisy. So if you want a really, really clean looking brick, then you want to use the smooth version. And here's the aquamarine smooth. And then this is smooth aquamarine right here as well. It's really cool. That's an alternative instead of using like regular aquamarine. That's pretty cool. So that is it for this update. And man, it's pretty cool for money making though. This is definitely a money making update. You can make a lot more with these crates, which is really cool. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on these. This is definitely going to be an overnight thing. Like if you're going to do this through auto, you're definitely going to want to overnight it. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you haven't, and I will see you all in the next vid. Peace. Oh, I got 60 letters.